So, let me tell you a story. It's Sunday evening. I've not done anything productive the whole weekend. I've had 6 hours of sleep both nights, drank alcohol, been out partying, and just in general had a very non productive weekend. But then something clicks inside of me, and I say to myself, you know what? This is not me, this is not who I am. So I decide to go out for a run. Start by telling myself 8 kilometers. I have to run 8 kilometers now because that's the punishment for not doing anything productive this whole weekend. And my record at the time was 9 kilometers. I ran 8 kilometers, then thought to myself, this was way too easy to be a punishment. I'm going to run 14 instead. And by the time I ran 14, that was too easy as well. So I decided to just go for half a marathon. And I think one of the most important parts of running and why I think everybody, at least male, should be running is because of the fact that you get to prove to yourself how mentally strong you are. Because running is, if you get to like a certain point of physical athleticism, it's not that hard. So I think at that point it becomes like a mental game. And then you get to like prove to yourself how mentally strong you are, and then you can actually say to yourself, I don't stop just because it gets hard. And I think that's a very important part of confidence in general. So I think you should be running if you want to like improve your confidence, because that's like a way of proving to yourself that you're worthy of confidence. You can't just get confidence. Confidence isn't just something you get from day to day because you decide to maybe say to yourself in the mirror, oh, I'm the best person ever. That's not how to actually gain confidence. To gain confidence, you have to prove to yourself that you're worthy of confidence. And you do that by doing extremely hard things and knowing that they're hard, but doing them anyway, and doing them even if you don't feel like doing them. So, for example, um, as I've talked about in one of my previous videos, I've been doing ice baths for about 3 months, and that's like a way of proving to myself that I am who I say to myself that I am. So I'm not just a guy who says, oh, I do ice bath. I actually do them every morning, even though it's raining outside, even though it's snowing or maybe even a snowstorm outside, or even though I'm not feeling that well or didn't get like the optimal amount of sleep or whatever. I'm still going out there every morning, even though it's dark, and doing the ice bath. And the same thing with running. You get to a certain point where you might be like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore, but you have to push on like further than that to actually gain the confidence. You have to get to the point where you think, oh, I can't do this anymore, and then prove to yourself that the voice speaking inside your head doesn't actually get to choose what you can and can't do. So if you prove that that voice is not an important part of yourself, you get what I would say at least is some form of very important confidence, because you know that even though people might doubt you, you don't doubt yourself, and that's the most important thing. And if you don't doubt yourself, it doesn't really matter who doubts you, because as long as you have learned to believe in yourself, you could just actually use the fact that other people don't believe in you as motivation to like get the things done, because now you have someone to prove wrong. And that might not be the most like wholesome idea, but it's still very motivating to like say, okay, this person said I couldn't do this, or this person made a bet against me. That's at least how I see it. If someone like tries to put you down or say you can't do this, or maybe decides to not be a part of your life, they actually place a bet against you, and the fact that you then know to yourself, okay, I'm actually happy that they bet against me, because that means I win more if I win. It's the same as in poker. If the person on the other side of the table doesn't believe in you, you will get more money. So by them betting against you, you'll actually gain more, because the harder it actually is, or the harder it is to accomplish something, the more you will gain. And when people bet against you, it is harder to win. So if everybody was just supporting you, it would probably be a little bit easier to win in life. But the fact that it's harder also makes it so much better. So when people bet against you in life by saying you can't do this or something else like that, um, just know that every time someone says that, the fact that you would then go on to win in life gets so much better, and you will be more happy and be more fulfilled by it afterwards, because doing hard things makes you happy, and accomplishing hard things makes you internally happy with yourself. That's why people run marathons and do Ironmans and make a business. I think a lot of the people who make businesses to make money actually won't get happy, because they make money, but because they do something hard and then accomplish that. So there's a difference between what people want and what they actually get. But I think the challenge makes it so much better than if you could just go out there, create a business, and then be rich. It isn't. It's like the people who are born into like extreme wealth. They're not actually that happy because there's nothing to gain. It's like playing a game you've already completed. There's nothing to do anymore. It's just boring. But I think that was the video. So thank you for listening.